Biggest thing is I like to say I swing it like John Daly, but I hit it like Fred Funk.
Okay.
So the swing is up high and it ends up, you know.
So if you were out on the course and we could improve how you hit your 8-irons, what would be like the #1 thing you'd want to improve?
With an 8-iron, I would say just eliminating that chunky swing. I have that a lot, and I think a lot of it is the length of the swing. And again, that's why I'm here for you, not for me to diagnose it. But I think it's because it's so long that as I come down, I feel like I'm trying to find the club head on my way down, and I end up just chunking.
Yeah, it makes it harder, right? Like John Daly's so amazing because he's the anomaly from there. 99 out of 100 golfers just struggle from there, right? Hence we're here. All right, guys, so our second edition here of the live lessons. In this lesson, I'm with Aaron. Aaron came in and said, hey, I want to shorten my backswing. I want to hit the ball more solid, but I have this long backswing. I just don't know how to fix it. Can you help me shorten it? You're going to watch me walk him through that process, how we do that, some little tweaks we give him to help hit the ball more solid. As always, in the comments down below, got a lot of love in the last video. Let me know you guys like these style of videos. You want more of them, what you think, what you want to see in the comments section down below. As always, if you can click that like button, that really helps the channel out. I really appreciate all of you guys watching. I took a lesson once with a guy from Golf Tech, right? And I had never seen my swing up until that point. And I made a swing, and I was pretty athletic, like I was feeling good about myself. I was hitting it pretty good, playing good. And I saw myself on video, my backswing looked like yours. I had the John Daly. Now, I didn't know it was like that. So that came as like a little bit of a surprise. And for like an hour, we went back and forth trying to shorten my backswing to make it look shorter. And by the time I left, for me to get it where I think you want, my backswing, dude, felt like I went back, my hands got to my right thigh, and I stopped.
Exactly.
And I went through.
Anytime I feel like I try to make an adjustment, I feel like John Rahm where I'm here.
Yeah.
And when I do that I chunk it even worse then because I'm trying to make up speed.
Okay. And that's interesting because like the first part of that is I want you to understand that's correct. Like meaning you should feel that.
Yep.
That is a correct sensation to change it, not forever.
Sure.
But for now. I don't still feel like my swing's short, right? I did that first day though. So if you want to shorten it, you have to feel like it is ridiculously short. Now, you don't have to swing hard from there. We can figure out how to not chunk it from there, et cetera, et cetera. But levels of exaggeration, right? 9 out of 10 people I work with don't change their swing, because they don't exaggerate enough.
Yep.
Not even because they're doing the wrong thing. It's like, dude, you got to take this forward.
Sure.
So most players who have a long swing that go too far back, there's like an equal and opposite reaction. So when I go too far back with the club, let me just borrow that for a second. If I go too far back with the club, most of the time, you're going to get an opposite throw reaction. Yep. Whereas like players who would have the least amount of loading on the way back, John Rahm, Gary Woodland type of swing, they then load really well from there. So it's like an equal and opposite. If you went shorter and didn't load it as much, it loads in transition. That would be like a good athletic motion, right? Most players who go too long will throw it in the opposite way. So like as you go up to the top, I think you'd like to see your swing about right there, right? That would be like a nice swing length.
That'd be great.
And then we go here. And just to clarify why you go from here to here, that's mainly two things. Number one is the folding of the arms. So your right arm and your left arm continue bending. And two is the hinging of your wrists. So you increase the hinging of your wrists. So if you wanted to stop that, if that's true, and you wanted to be there, you would have to fold your arms much less or have them straighter, and then hinge your wrist significantly less at the top. Those would be the solutions.
Okay.
Yeah, the arms are late folding and late hinging. So I think if we can get you here at the top as we go, that would be money.
Yeah.
So there's a two-part drill that I think will work really good for you. Part one is I want you to hit the first ball feeling like your hands go back to about halfway back, like hip or rib height, and through to hip or rib height. So swing number one is going to be kind of half swing, half swing. Now on swing number two, I want you to feel like you still go back to the same half swing length to about here, but now I want you to swing all the way through to a full finish.
Okay.
So halfway back, and then on swing two, we'll do halfway back, full. Okay, let me see you do that, please. Okay, so ball number one is kind of halfway back. Let's do that one first. A little heel-a-roni. Let's do now halfway back, full swing. Show me a practice swing of you doing a halfway back, full swing. Good. Okay, let's do it. Halfway back, all the way through. Good. So, from a swing length perspective, let's take a look and see where that one went. So that's how long your swing needs to feel today.
Okay.
Right? Now, we got to get through the ball better, right, to not hit it off the heel. But like from a swing length perspective, that about halfway back puts you at like a perfect swing length.
Yeah, okay.
That's about a beautiful swing length. Let's do that one more again. And I know it's not easy to do, but if you can just, don't worry about the heel shots just for a second if you can. Okay, so that felt kind of halfway.
I felt like I went a little farther than halfway on the way back,
Okay.
but.
Now on the second one, let's go halfway back, full follow through.
Okay.
So same length back swing, but then all the way through, full follow through. Yeah, that's going to be about where your full swing needs to feel like. But let's see. Okay, so this is your last one. Yeah, so that's about your full swing. So like how I would define what you would look for as your full swing length is if you look at your, like, let's say your lead arm, if this is 9 o'clock and this is 12 o'clock, your left arm being somewhere between 10 and 11 would be sufficient in terms of where that would go. Normally you'd be at like 12:30.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, it's way past midnight.
Yeah. And then if I looked at the hands, I just drew a straight line across, let's say that'd be parallel to the ground, probably not going past that, right? So anywhere above that would be good. This would make your life the easiest.
Yep.
Not required,
sure.
but would be the easiest. But like that would be the point of this is like, okay, how far do I need to feel? Well, that's probably about where you need to go. And you could just do that even when you're going to play. Go halfway, halfway, halfway full. That'd be like your pre-shot routine.
Yep.
And that would get your swing length pretty quick without having to think about the other pieces.
Okay.
Now, we still got to do like the sway, the setup, and all that shit too. But just for the sake of the swing length, okay, let's just do one more like that so you can see it.
All right, good.
Yeah, just get your feet a smidge farther away from the ball, just set up.
Farther away?
Yeah. Another 1/4 inch. Like, holy shit, I feel, yeah, that's good. Okay. So this is halfway back, halfway through.
Okay.
Beautiful. Now let's go halfway back all the way through. Halfway back all the way through. Okay, let's see. That feel a little weird but good being farther from the ball?
It did, yeah.
So let's see.
Also felt like, better contact too, it felt like.
There you go. So there's your, that's where you should be in terms of swing length. Let's see. We've got some early bird swings here. There's kind of our normal, right?
Yeah. I'm not even sure how I do that.
It's talent, baby. That's pure skill.
Flexibility.
So it's like the swing length is the easiest part of this.
Yeah.
We probably need to go into detail a little bit of like, how do I know how far I stand from the ball?
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Like just to give you some checkpoints with it. So let's do the same thing there. You feel about an inch or so farther, and you're going halfway back, halfway through. Good. Perfect. Nice. And now let's go halfway back all the way through.
What does standing too close to the ball typically do for somebody?
Yeah, so I'll let you softball me up there. Well, when you stand too close to the ball.
There you go.
So when you're, too close to the golf ball, obviously with the shanks would be a thing. So if we're monitoring, if you take your setup, if we're monitoring like where the ball hits on the club, out versus in this way, the closer you stand to the ball, the more the club head's going to be outside the ball target line, all things considered. So like, go to get farther from the ball. Keep going. Keep going. That'd be hard to shank from there.
Yep.
That's the ridiculous exaggeration, right? But the farther you get away from it, the more the heel comes inside. So that would be the premise of it. If you come back to where you're good, where you feel a little bit farther, where I'm trying to get you on camera is to get the balance points correct, which is like your arms from shoulder down, I'll show you some video, should be hanging right over your toe line. Now you can't feel any of the standing there. This is something you gotta check video. Your back of your armpits and kneecaps will be over the balls of your feet, and the center of the hips over the center of the ankle. It just, for you, an inch farther.
Okay.
But if you were looking at video, which I'll show you when we're done. So reset yourself. So we did hip high, or halfway back, halfway through. Let's go halfway back all the way through with you feeling an inch farther. Just a quarter of an inch more, just a touch farther. Yeah, you got it right there, good, good, good. Perfect. Halfway back all the way through. Beautiful. That should have felt good, yeah?
That felt really good.
So like when you're going here, I'm looking to line some of these up, which is the shoulder and the elbow just in front of the toe line. Back of the armpits, kneecaps, balls of the feet, and the center of the hips over the center of the ankle.
Okay.
Now, like, let's see if you can see a normal one. Normally there, you see this is you standing closer to the golf ball, which isn't far off. It's like, you're just a little too close to it compared to, but you see the difference with where you're standing there compared to here.
Yep.
And this stuff we're talking about now should be proof in the pudding, hit the ball better right away. Like a little bit farther away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think just those last 4 swings, I was making a lot better contact.
Yeah.
Just simply scooting back a little bit.